Hello and welcome to your final forecast of the year, Aries. This is your December 2016 reading. As always, you can use it for your sun sign, for your moon, and for your rising. So first of all, just congratulations on making it to the end of the year. And I hope that it's been a good year for you. I know that there's been a lot going on the world stage, a lot going on with politics, and just in my one-on-one sessions with clients, there's been a lot of anxiety surrounding that, worrying about like what's coming, are we okay? And this reading this month is hopefully going to give you the grounding that you need to find how to be stable, how to have better empathy, because that's one thing I really want to encourage all of us to work on, and just to kind of get a peek at what's coming for the next year. I'll do more in January on that, but we'll see where we're headed here. So first things first, your channeled information this month is engage. And engage is not surprising because you guys are a sign of fire, a sign of action. This is a very active word. And what I would like to encourage you with the idea of engaging or engagement is take the first step. So if someone in your life needs help, help them. Go, and it doesn't have to be directly sort of saying you need help. It's more like, hey, I haven't heard from you in a while. Do you want to grab a bite to eat? And if you need to start something, this is about you picking up the phone and making the connections to make it happen. So not a month to sort of sit idly and wait. It's a month to act, to help, to empathize, and actively engage. I usually pull the catalyst after I draw the cards, but I want to see how the catalyst is going to directly relate to the theme of engagement this month. By the way, with that, it can also mean that if you've been waiting to take, that's so funny because I mentioned empathy, but if you've been waiting to take a relationship to the next level, engagement can of course mean making a commitment, long-term commitment for some of you. But I really wanted your sign in particular to focus on empathy, and I love that the card came up. So the way to kickstart things for you this month is actually to try to understand other people's points of view. And for those of you in business in particular, the way this will translate to you is if you have a powerful meeting and someone's saying something that you don't agree with, it's really about pausing, listening, and then asking for details before you react. So if you disagree with something, you can sort of file it away and then wait and say, thank you so much for your idea. Help me understand how you achieved, how you came to that conclusion. And I have a question, a follow-up. What if I'm planning for feedback? What if this comes through? How would you deal with that? So instead of putting them on the defensive, you actually put them in a position where they can, they're a partner with you in making a solution. You put them in a position for success. They can help solve a problem you have. And in the process, they're actually answering a question, maybe a criticism that you had, like how's this gonna work or how, but it's much easier. So think of that. That's actually how you can use empathy in business. And if you want to use empathy in love, it has more to do with just checking in with someone and saying that you appreciate them, or if they seem out of sorts, say, I don't know if I've said this, you've been doing a lot for me lately, thank you. And can I help you with anything? And all of a sudden, like a deep breath, they open up, their heart opens up, and then you can have the conversation that you need. Okay? So just a couple tips that came through as I was thinking about that. Let's look now at the very specific information for your sign. Not necessarily just about empathy, but like what's coming through in December 2016. So the first thing that I'm sensing for some of you is a little bit of fear or anxiety around your stability this month, particularly with either the place that you're living or your job, and we'll look at that in a moment. Some of you may be thinking about shifting out of one or both of those. So if that's the case, let's see what the outcome is. Yeah, I think that this is a good time for many of you to either sell a home, move into a new one, or possibly just take a move to a new city, to a new country. Right off the bat, I'm seeing a big shift. And it's not just that. I love this World card because it almost reminds me of the Wheel of Fortune or the Wheel of Year card. This is sort of a culmination of a long sort of series of events leading up to a big life shift, and that's actually what I see happening for you as you head into 2017. So I mentioned here the King of Pentacles reversed. So just as an aspect of your life and personality, whenever this card is reversed, it's kind of saying that you're worrying about finances, your house, feeling safe. So check in with yourself and see what that could be related to. This can also be connected to a person that in your life is taking too much. And it can be an earth sign, like a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. And if they are in your life and they're trying to pull a little bit from you, this card was crossing it. And it's basically saying you need to be the stronger of the two in the relationship, set up some boundaries and say, I know you need this, but I also need this, and basically express yourself. And the more you put limits, the less people will take advantage of you. And it doesn't mean that you're not going to help them, but everything has sort of boundaries, and it's up to you to sort of define those this month. As I said earlier, with your sort of catalyst card being empathy, the way to speak is to wait, pause, then speak. Whenever I see a reversal in swords, particularly like a knight, queen, king, or ace, what it's saying here is watch. The power of your words are actually stronger than you ever imagined, and they can sometimes come through and hurt someone or come off the wrong way. So this month, if you combine empathy with a pause, then this can actually be reversed and be upright. So what I want you to do is use your heart. That's what's in the basically leading up to this month. The more compassionate you are, the more effective you'll be in your communication. And the thing is, for many of you, the way you're going to need to do this is temperance reversed for me, is to find balance in your life. And sometimes when we're anxious in like a work situation, a personal situation, it's not so much the words or the communication that's coming from the person, but it's more because our life lacks balance. And so really important for you this month to meditate, listen to music, hike, get enough sleep. You need a little bit of time to decompress and feel and understand all of your emotions. Once you do that, then you'll be able to open up to others. For some of you, this could mean a holiday, a retreat. It may also just mean separation from people. I mentioned a move could be happening for many of you. What I want you to make sure, though, is if you're moving, these three cards are connected for this. I want to make sure that you're not losing money or getting in a financial situation that's out of your means. I think the move is a positive change for those of you that need to make it. And again, this move could be a move in job, in relationship, or in location. But whatever the move is, make sure that you have something to gain from it and you're not giving more than you're getting. Really good month for you for love. Every month people want to see this card. It doesn't always pop up, but it's actually in your ego position, the soul position. And so your emotions this month are really, in a positive way, very powerful. So you have the capacity to open up, to engage, to create new business partnerships and new love partnerships. And since you actually got the Ace of Cups here, I'm going to read the Page of Cups as the potential suitor that could be coming in, that may have already appeared because it's in the recent past. And so strong water sign could be entering your life, a Cancer, a Scorpio, or Pisces, probably a little bit younger since Page is at the younger end of the spectrum. Some of you may be getting out of a relationship that's that sort of I would say focused. I was going to say serving initially, but I would say a very difficult earth sign. You could be sort of moving out of that and finding someone a little bit more playful and carefree. If that's the case for you, I would say go for it. If you're single and not having anyone in your life at the moment, these two cards say it's a great month to get out, and it doesn't necessarily have to just be to date. It can be to hang out with friends, with family, or just to make yourself happy and do something creative, because Cups is all about basically giving back as well. So that can include art, music, singing, anything that you do that's crafting as well. So those of you that like to do any sort of expression, do it this month. It's great. What I see leaving, and I love this, your environmental card is Five of Cups reversed. Five of Cups is about sometimes looking at the negative side versus the positive side. The reversal on this tells me you've sort of moved it around and you're actually ready to be more optimistic. And for those of you that are stuck in a rut, what I see this meaning is that it's going to shift for you around the middle of the month. So expect your mood to be heightened whether you're already in a good mood or you're sort of feeling like, gosh, why can't I get out of this? If you wait until the third or fourth week of the month, things really shift for you, and it's going to be very positive. You're going to be busy. When I look at, and I think this is what you want, it's in the hope area. So with the Seven of Wands, Eight of Wands means, wow, everything's happening. It's almost, sort of like self-fulfilling and self-sufficient. With this one, it means you need to ask for help, maybe delegate a little bit, maybe say no. And so I want you to take a very strong stance on what it is that is very important to you and what you really want to accomplish. So with the Seven of Wands, prioritize, delegate, and as I said earlier, put some boundaries and say, I can do all of this, but not this. And finally, when the move happens for you, I really feel like this is a month of planting the seeds. January is probably when the move actually happens. Whatever kind of move it is, out of a relationship, into a home, to a new city, whatever, allow it to happen. Don't force it. I want you to engage in all other levels of your life, but for this, the timing has to seem just perfect. So you're probably going to have the most clarity around the 21st of the month. So right before some of the holidays kick off, before New Year's, but almost about a week or so before that, that's when things will solidify and you'll be ready to make the change if you need to. For those of you that feel really stable in your life and are thinking, I'm not moving, what this means is next year is a year to start something completely different in your life. So you don't have to move to make that happen. But the World card usually shows an end and a beginning. And so a lot of times you'll see at the center sort of like a woman surrounded by all the elements. We still see the elements here. This one shows growth. And with the green man in the center, what this tells me is financial growth and also personal growth that's going to happen next year. So be open to new things that you want to do with that. That's why I see a shift in the way you make money. So if you stay at your present job, maybe it's a different capacity. Maybe you transfer to another division. If you're self-employed, maybe you diversify your business a little bit. And if you're unemployed, maybe thinking of a completely different career path. There's so many ways you can take it. Change, though, is the theme for 2017. It's not a year of consistency. It's a year of changes, whether they are subtle or extreme. That is up to you and what you want. All right, let's expand your forecast and look at health, wealth, love, and destiny. So starting with health, remembering that health not only includes your physical health, but your spiritual, mental health as well. For your health card, we have radiance. I love it. And so what this is telling me is that you guys are actually in a very good place this month. If you're needing to make any recovery, this shows that it's hopefully going to be a speedy recovery for you. It's a good month to get well, basically. If you're already in a great shape, what you can do with this beautiful radiance here is to take that energy and shine it on other people. So it's a great month for service, for being service of others. So volunteering at a food bank, maybe helping out with disenfranchised youth or somebody that needs help. It doesn't have to be money, time, food, love, lending an ear. All these things count. So it seems like you have more to give this month. If that's the case, do it. And if you need to feel a little bit more love, this card also says to get outside. Radiance is actually about being in the sun. So for some of you, maybe too much time inside, get out, feel that vitamin D? And if it isn't, apologies. But get out and actually just enjoy a little bit of healthy sun exposure, maybe for a half hour, and just take a walk to the store, walk around your house or your office, and you're gonna feel energized and much better. Okay, let's take a look at wealth. Really knowing that wealth is opportunity card, but it usually extends to your work situation. So for wealth, for opportunity, we have this embrace card, and it's reversed, but I see a lot of similarity between the world card, because we're actually looking at a globe here, and the embrace card. And the other thing that I'm noticing here was we have very common themes. There's this beautiful sort of corona around their or halo around this person's head, and we see the sun around their heart, and the world here. So what does this mean for wealth? It means this is the year to share your message, your brand, your patent. So for those of you that are independently sort of employed, It's about bringing your business perhaps to a larger audience, a global audience. For creative people, it's about getting a big break if you're sort of like an actor, musician, or if you're a writer. It's about finally publishing something. And if you're not employed, it means reaching out beyond your community. It's an outreach card. So you're going to find your success by not staying in your swim lane, by going a little bit further out. Okay, so stretch your goals this month, and this, I would say, this next year. As we look at love and romance, let me shuffle. I'll just leave the camera up for a second while I shuffle. And for romance, we have heart-to-heart conversations. And it's actually all about honesty. So if you use, first of all, the channeled information, engage with someone perhaps that you have some tension between, and then start it off with the fact that you actually care about them and you want to see if they're okay. That's the way to start a difficult conversation, rather than to say we need to talk. It's much better to say, how are you? What's going on? And see where they're at before you demand an audience with them, if that makes sense. But then talk to them honestly about what's going on with you. This card is about not sort of like beating around the proverbial bush. It's saying, okay, I need, after you've checked in, after they're in a place where they'll listen, then you can say, if you have time, I'd love to chat about this. Or it would really be helpful. I trust your insights on this. Can you help me out? And again, putting them in a position where they can help you solve something, or they're a partner with you, so much better than demanding things. So now let's take a look at your destiny card. And we have fertility, which is great. So fertility is a card I'd probably want to get in almost everything. What does it mean for business? It means growth. It means financial growth. And I mentioned earlier with the King of Pentacles in reverse, make sure that you're only taking opportunities that are positive for you, not negative. You should be building up, and you shouldn't be sort of plateauing or going down. But what I see this year for you, and particularly April's coming through as a very strong month, but great growth. And this month is about planting the seeds. You see the eggs here. So December would be about getting a contract drawn up, sending out query letters, sending out new resumes, whatever it is to get you into the next zone for your career. That's what that's about. For love, it's actually about whatever work you do on yourself, or whatever energy you put into an existing relationship. It's going to just sort of like, you'll reap all of the benefits after the new year. So do it now. Don't feel bad. Don't worry so much about an immediate return on it. I see it coming for you. And for those of you that are looking to expand your family, this is a good month to start. Fertility card is very good for that. So if you've been thinking about it, been hesitating, or there's been some challenges, try it again this month and see what happens. All right? So I'll summarize everything for you. I know that's always helpful. Your channeled information was to be active this month and engaged, to be the first one that takes a step to further a conversation. Your general sort of cards for this month, your catalyst is to be empathetic. That's how you're going to connect to people, by opening your heart and opening their heart in turn. As I said, make sure that all things this month are going to help bring you further. Like, you don't have to see an immediate return, but it needs to be a winning sort of proposition if you're shifting jobs or shifting where you're living. Be strong, take care of yourself. Your health is in really good shape this month, and if it isn't, it's a good month to improve it with both the strength and the solstice cards that I pulled. With your communication, it's all about listening and loving and opening your heart first. Your words will be stronger because of that. Taking care of yourself, balancing out your own mind, and this comes through meditation, having fun. That's going to make you more effective at what I just talked about. I see a trip coming for many of you, possibly work travel, possibly moving for many of you as well. Be open to these changes. Love is in the air for your sign this month. So if you're in a relationship, love who you're with. If you're not, get out and do things you love, and that's actually how you'll meet people. I see a new sort of spring of optimism coming through for Aries, which is great, but there is a comment that you need to possibly say no or create some boundaries a little bit more. It's going to help you quite a bit. Next year is all about moves and changes for you. So whether it's subtle or expansive, that's up to you, but I see great opportunities, wealth, and happiness coming through next year. For your health, like I said, it looks like this is a month to either improve, maintain, or share if you're in a very good place. So I'm not that worried right now. For wealth, for those of you though that are going through sickness, also getting outside I think will help. Fresh air, sunshine, opening up the windows, cleaning your place, making it wider, brighter, sort of a clearer place is really important. For wealth, again, expansion is what's coming through. You may have an opportunity just about a week before the new year, and if that's the case, be ready for it, embrace it. It's coming to you because you've worked hard for it. There may be a need to confront someone this month in love relationships. Do so with an open heart, but then be honest. Just start it off in a place that's safe so that they're not on the defensive. And overall, I see lots and lots of opportunity for growth in all sectors if you're ready for it. The only thing that would hold you back is if you speak or act without checking in and understanding what's going on. So we see a lot of that sometimes now with people tweeting before they're thinking, or making a decision without really making sure that maybe your marriage partner is happy or that your business partner is happy. Check everything out, then go forward. Okay? So with that being said, I hope that you guys had a fantastic 2016. It was my honor and my pleasure to be here for you each month. And I really do appreciate the fact that you come here and you want to spend some time with me and care about what I'm saying. So thank you for that. If you found that this was helpful and you want to keep in touch, the easiest way is to click subscribe, but I also have a newsletter. So I'll put a link to my social networks. You can join me on any of those: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or the newsletter. And if you just want to sort of say hello or send some love, the likes, the subscribes, and everything that you guys have been sort of showering there is really appreciated. But last and most important, spend some time with family, spend some time with yourself this month, and have a fantastic new year. We'll see each other again after the switch to 2017, but your sign looks really, really promising, so I'm happy for you. Take advantage of things, embrace things, and go for it, okay? That's all for now. Thank you so much. Have a great new year, and I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.